Hey guys, if you have a 3.5 to 7-year-old, I'm dedicating the next 3 months to help you teach them how to read. I'm hosting a live workshop, well, a set of live workshops every Sunday via Zoom where we'll all use the same program and I'll coach you guys to teach your child to read. We will take non-readers up to second grade fluency by Christmas time. Can you imagine that, you guys? Before 2023, your child knowing how to read fluently, getting it out of the way once and for all. Now, this is going to be a lot of work for me, and I doubt I'll ever do it again. So make sure you register for this course because I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to do it again. So there will be at least 6 live workshops on Sundays, one in the morning, one in the evening, so that wherever you are, you can access them. And we'll also have a private discussion board via our Facebook group where you can discuss with other parents. How's it going? Ask questions, and you can ask me questions on there. I'll also be going live in our private Facebook group twice a week to answer any questions that you guys have that we didn't get to go over on the Sunday workshop. So feel free to send me videos, pictures, whatever you need to get your concerns addressed. So if you've ever emailed me or DM'd me or commented and I haven't been able to answer, this is the time where I'll be able to answer your very specific questions. So now, you don't have to join the workshops, of course, in order to teach your child to read. You can follow along with the rest of us, and you can still be a member of my private Facebook group to get motivation, but you will not have access to ask those questions of me or those private live streams. So if your child is 3.5, they can do the program if you feel like they're ready. That's a 3.5-year-old who is like looking at books, like pretending to read, sounding out words, etc. Just know it may take them a little bit longer. So the lessons might take you a little bit longer than the 10 to 15-minute lessons or 20-minute lessons that it would take like a 6-year-old. So I already started with my nieces on the program. I started with my now second youngest niece who's 3.5, and she loves it. She loved it. The first letter is M, and she already started like pointing out all the things that she found. So I think 3.5 is a really good age to start if they're ready. And I started it with my 5-year-old niece who's in kindergarten. She homeschooled with us for like a second in my reading program, but then her mom put her back into private pre-K where, of course, they don't teach the kids to read. And so now it is October and she wants to read. So I promised her I would teach her how to read by Christmas time and that there will be other kids joining her as well. So we are a couple lessons ahead of time and I'm anticipating the questions that you guys have. I just want to show you that this can be like a short and joyful process. It doesn't have to take months and months to teach your child how to read. So I'm going to show you a little preview of the program now. I did a lesson a couple nights ago with my niece so that you can see that it's high quality. It's going to be super fun and easy for your child. And just in case some of you might not have access to the specific program that I'm using because it's only for iPad and iPhone users, but it basically follows the same script as the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons that I recommend. So if you don't have access to borrow or get an iPad, that's okay. You can still join the course and do the book with us because you'll see it's really similar. All right, let's watch. Do sign up because I am seeing people, I shared this on Instagram already, I'm sorry. And so I'm seeing like the little notifications come up of people registering for the class. So do not delay because there will not be spaces left. All right, let's watch. Lesson 2. You start off with the alphabet song.
Alphabet song.
Hey. Hey.
A makes it sound like I or A.
I or A.
B makes it sound.
Fly. She's coming. Go, go, go. What you wanna bet? You can learn the alphabet. It's a nice song. I'm not gonna come in the morning. I'm not gonna come in the morning, but your parents can sign up for my course and they can do it. And I already put it on their iPads. So you have to tell them in the morning, it's time for our lesson. Okay? What's the letter for today? Letter review, lesson 2. What letter is this? Very good. Say the sound slowly, then fast.
Like what?
Like this. Go ahead. Very good. Very good. There's some tips up here. So as you guys can see, it's really similar to the 100 Easy Lessons if you have that book, where we are sounding out words, but it's so cool because they're doing it digitally and they can just keep doing it over and over again. And I mentioned they have tips at the top. So if you don't want to register for the workshop and get that personalized help, they do have tips in this program, which is basically kind of like a mini teacher's guide. Go girl. New letter today. What do you think it's going to be? Probably ah. That's what I would have next.
Hey.
That was right.
8 was made.
That's right.
They make the same sound. A makes the sound.
You try. Very good. Now it's your turn to say the sound slowly, then fast. Very good. What letter is this?
A.
And what sound does it make? Ah. Good. What letter is it?
A.
And what sound does it make?
A.
Ah. Ah. Like apple. Ah. Good. And look, I can press this and it will say ah. Good. What letter is it?
A.
And what sound does it make?
A.
Very good. You got it.
Nice.
Nice. Sound story.
Sound story.
This is fast. This is a fast lesson. Listen for the words that start with the sound ah.
What's your address? Asked Alex. I'll send you a postcard for my adventures in Africa.
And what else did you hear?
You know what I mean? Don't write it the other way around. You have to do it lower at first.
What's your address? Did you hear that one?
Alligator.
Alligator.
Well done.
Well done. We're almost halfway through our lesson. See, people think this takes so long. It doesn't take long. Same words. Get ready for 2 new word parts. I'm going to say it slow. Wait for me to say it fast. Hamburger. Wait. Say it fast.
Hamburger.
Very good. Last one. Grandfather. Say it fast.
Grandfather.
Nice job. So actually, I wanted to stop it real quick there because a lot of kids have problems in that part. And so that's why I feel like a course is beneficial. I asked people on Instagram, like, why don't your children know how to read yet? And the number one answer was overwhelmingly like, I don't know how. And so it's particularly at that point, it gets really difficult when you tell kids to blend orally and you say something like hamburger and they keep saying hamburger instead of hamburger. So we're going to troubleshoot that in this class. Good job. You're so smart. Who's going to be reading by Christmas time?
Me. I do.
Yeah, get it, girl. Get it, girl. You can already do it. All right, yep. Saying sounds. Very good. By Christmas time, Audrey's going to be knowing how to read because she's taking a course where she learns how to read in 99 days. Now, excuse us. Everyone wants to come around for our lesson. Excuse us. Now I'm going to say mass slowly. Mass. Now say it with me. Mass. Very good. You didn't stop in between any of the sounds. Let's see what they say.
Well done.
Well done. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we disturbing you? What?
Letter writer.
Oh, sorry. We're just trying to find a quiet place. I'm going to trace and write some A's. Ooh, very good job.
I'm teaching the story.
Mm-hmm. So it has that writing component. And if you forgot what it looks like, it's
that
right
a lot of people skip.
Awesome.
Good. Quick check. Last one. See your mama. Yeah. Okay, ready for the quick check? Okay.
No,
What
they do not
letter
need
is
to know
this?
the alphabet or sight word.
A.
What sound does it make? Very good. Can you say a word that starts with the sound ah?
Joey.
That actually starts with ah. What about ah? It starts with the letter A, but it's not the same sound. Ah. So we're going to give them time to think. And this is what the class will help with, teaching you what do you do in this situation. So watch as I give her time to think, and then I'm going to prompt her.
Alligator.
Alligator, nice. You see how alligator sounds different than ah, Joey? Yeah, it does. Okay.
All right.
You did the whole lesson. Yeah, she wasn't like fully convinced that alligator and ajui were not the same thing, because when you start school sometimes they kind of teach things a little bit unclear, and so she's not fully convinced, but that's another thing that we're going to keep troubleshooting throughout the course. In 14 days you'll be able to read that. Can you read that right now? Can you read this? Oops. Can you read that yet? Not yet? I know you haven't been in my reading class in so long. Oh no. But guess what? In 14 days, actually in less than 14 days, you'll be able to read that. By next week, you'll be able to read that. Isn't that awesome? Okay, girl. Make sure you and your child sign up for my reading course so that by December, they'll be reading on their own at a 2nd grade level. Yeah, so by the end of the either 99 lessons if you do the app, or if you're doing the book 100 lessons, your child should be testing in the middle of the 2nd grade reading level. So that's it. Does anybody have any questions? Somebody asked, does the child need to know the alphabet or sight words? No, they learn that through the program. So as you saw the beginning, they learn the letter and the letter name and the sound that the letter makes. And then a couple lessons in, they start learning sight words. So you saw that, like, I think it says it is not something. By about a week in, they're going to be actually reading real words, real sentences. And so I have the full program overview, because I know when I sign up for something, I want to see all the details. So I have pinned that in a comment and also put it in a description box. There's a presentation, so you can go and you can look through and you can see exactly what your child will be learning. Now, remember, this is not you sitting your child in front of a screen and me teaching them. This is a group of us parents together, adults working as a cohort, me giving a workshop to you to teach you what to do as we follow along on the lessons. So the app is called reading.com. And I spoke with the, I guess, creator or developer, and this is a really good program. So they are actually giving us a discount, whereas it's normally like $6.99 per month. They're giving it to you guys for $6.99 for 3 months. So that's enough time for us to complete the program if you do it every day. Now, if you're going to like do a lesson one day, skip a couple days, do a lesson, then you're not going to be able to get it for the $6.99. But that's exactly why I want you guys to join this cohort, this workshop, because sometimes it is just a matter of motivation, of having someone, on you every day, like, hey, make sure you do this lesson. Hey, like, we're on lesson 12. Are you up on lesson 12? Right. And really, honestly, I'm going to be honest. By the time, so my first daughter, I taught to read with 100 easy lessons. And by the time you get to like lesson 40, a lot of kids are like, okay, I got it, especially if they've been watching videos about sounds of the letters so that they know the other sounds. But you can't stop there, because I also made that mistake and I realized there were learning gaps. So it really is important to do every part of every single lesson. Just get it done. 99 days and you'll be done. You do not want to be like in January 2023 saying, okay, my goal for this year is to teach my kid to read. No, let's get it over with right now. The code isn't working on the Apple Store app. Okay, I'm going to put the direct link. There's not a code. You have to use a specific link. So I'm going to click it to make sure that it's working. and I can easily email them if something is weird and it's not working, but it should be $6.99 for the whole entire time. Is it for kids that are 5 years old? No, it's for any child who does not know how to read or who has started the reading process and needs some help continuing. So I would not say it would be a good idea for like an 8-year-old who is struggling because they need to work on different things. But for, let's say, a 7-year-old who doesn't have that much reading experience, it's good. 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. You're thinking about starting your 18-month old. Yeah, some people start that young. But I just think there's so much more that you could be doing with an 18-month-old in terms of reading that you're never going to get back again. And I know because I started a PUA like as soon as she was out the womb. So I know how you feel. But at the same time, around that time, I started to take a step back because I thought about, well, there's so much more we can do, so many more books I can read to her now as a 18-month-old, as a 2-year-old, as a like almost 3-year-old that she's not going to be interested in by the time she turns 5. Games, activities, songs, etc. So if your child is not yet 3.5, I would really urge you to wait and definitely don't sign up for this program because your child is probably too young. Does it work for a hyper child? Yes, and that's why I actually love this program. So they reached out to me first and they said, "Hey, like, you want to, try out this program?" And I was thinking, oh, like another reading app, like, but it is not like a reading app like some of the other ones that I've talked about where you like put your kid on and they like play games or whatever, listen to songs all day. It's a program that you have to sit down and do it with your child. And so one of the biggest, I love 100 Easy Lessons, first of all. And so that's why I love that this program took a lot of inspiration from there and made it like digital, made it modern for kids. It's bright, it's fun, it's colorful. And those were all the things that people, like the people who do give 100 Easy Lessons negative reviews, they say that their children like couldn't sit still for it, or they wanted it to be more bright and colorful. Now, most people say, great, it got the job done. But a lot of people, don't because of that reason. So yes, if your child is hyper, these are really short, quick lessons. You saw on the screen how my niece was, like, let's see if I can put it back up here, manipulating. Let's see. You saw how she was kind of, manipulating the screen and touching things. So that's let's see if I can, yeah. So that gives them something, to do with their hands. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but there are games on here and there are also extra books. You see that they are using their hands to write, but they're not games like mindlessly playing games. It's like meaningful games that maybe last a few minutes. So it's fun for them. I'm not getting into the link. The app is reading.com. Hi, I appreciate your wisdom. My oldest has dyslexia and has a hard time reading still as a sophomore in high school. Yeah, one of the things people ask all the time, people ask like, what is this good for children with dyslexia? And the best thing for kids with dyslexia is a good phonics program because it teaches them to pay attention to every single letter and it gives them a lot of practice in every single letter. See, I love how there are videos there. So for kids who, don't want to just sit and listen to you say, and it's good for them. So I would suggest if you can, like borrow an iPad or something from someone. But if not, 100 Easy Lessons is perfectly fun. And I have like a little motivational thing that I do with kids to keep them wanting to do the lessons, just in case you have a kid who isn't really that interested in learning how to read, but needs to learn how to read. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to double check the links to make sure that they are working and register now, guys. I see another 3 people registered. So do not delay. We're supposed to start on Sunday, and I really want to start on Sunday. So please register now and get started.